Well, what are we looking at here? We have some blowtorched pig hanging on someone's washing line out here. There's some more blowtorched pig behind the underwear over there. Very large underwear. Oh, hey there guys. Welcome to another episode of What's Happening in China. Now, I thought before we'd go into the whole what's happening in China thing, I'd teach you something that I've been wanting to teach you guys for a very long time. And that is how to count with your fingers in Chinese. Okay, that might sound ridiculous, but there is a difference. In the West, we have a very basic system. We basically go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like that, right? Easy. But it's not the case over here in China, and it actually led to a little bit of confusion when I first came here. So let's go through it. It's from 1 to 5, it's the same. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is this. Now, I know that looks like a hang 10 symbol from anyone who was a surfer or whatever back in the day, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Sometimes I've seen people do 7 like this as 7, right? But this is kind of 7. 8, like a gun, ba, right? 9 is this, and then 10 is a fist. But 10 can also be this as well, like an X, which is what confused me, because I remember when I very first got here, and I was just walking around. I went into a convenience store, like not a 7-Eleven or anything, just like a local little convenience store. I picked up 2 beers, put them down on the counter, and I was like, "How much?" And the woman was going like this to me. So I thought she meant she's not going to serve me. She's going, because that's kind of a universal symbol for like no, I suppose. So she's going like this to me, means 10 RMB. And I was like, fine then, okay, don't serve me. And I walked out. So, just so you know, this, come on, focus, you stupid camera. This means 10, okay. So now you know, it's fairly straightforward. Let's just go through it again, and I'll use the Chinese actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Easy enough. Okay, let's get on to the important stuff. Okay. What's happening? A very interesting thing just happened to me now, like about 10 minutes ago. Cheap whiskey. I was contacted by a reporter from CCTV4, which is the Chinese Central Television network, and it's not definite yet, but it looks like I might go on TV in the future. Maybe they're going to send they're going to ask me questions and whatnot, and if they decide to do it, they might send down like a TV crew to come and film me filming China how it is, which is, it's a big thing. I'm really flattered that that somebody took notice. And this is actually came after I did the social networking video. I put my Weibo link, and they contacted me. Well, she contacted me through Weibo, and this just shows you how important the social networking thing here is in China. Honestly, really, you should, if you are here and you want to make contacts and you want to, I don't know, just get business opportunities and things, you have to kind of embrace the whole Chinese social networking. Something like LinkedIn, it's not really going to help you that much over here. Although I think in the future it will. They've just opened up a Chinese version, etc. Anyway, so that's quite interesting. Now, I took some footage earlier today, which I wanted to use in this episode, but I will use a little bit of it, not all of it, because I've rethought my wording and I wanted to say it again. A big thing that happened recently in China was this sort of terrorist attack that happened up in Kunming, where a bunch of knife-wielding lunatics went on the rampage and killed a bunch of people. I don't talk about politics. I mean, come on guys, the last video I did about social networking, there's been like a week-long debate back and forth between like 3 or 4 people just swearing at each other and accusing each other's governments of doing this and that, and they're like calling each other these horrible names. What's the bloody point? Politics, I mean, come on. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your breath, because you're not going to change the other person's mind, and all you're going to do is make yourself look like an ass. So stop using my comment section for your damn politics, please. Because at the end of the day, all it's going to do is rile you up, and it's going to associate me with your nonsense politics and your rubbish views that I don't care about. And I'll be honest with you, I don't care about the Western views, and I don't care about the Chinese views. All right? Both are wrong, okay, as far as I'm concerned. Everybody's entitled to their own political views. Just leave them out of my comment section. This is not a political thing, okay? And I'm saying this because I know after mentioning this little incident that people are going to start going on about politics, because it is linked to politics. So please don't, okay? I'm asking you as a personal favor to go onto a political forum somewhere and discuss it rather, okay? Anyway, the Xinjiang separatist guys are called Uyghurs. I know it sounds weird, but it's spelled U-I-G-H-U-R or something. So it's the Uyghur separatists. And basically, the outcome of this, and I'm making this to basically tell you what's happening in China, okay, is that there's been a lot across the social media and stuff. There's been a lot of how would you say this, like tips by the police and so on how to react to an emergency situation. So they're giving the general public pointers and advice if something like this does happen, what to do, what not to do, the signs to look out for, etc., etc. So that's quite good. Social networking is being used to a very good degree for a good purpose to educate the general public on how to deal with an emergency situation. So yeah, that's pretty much as far as that whole attack thing is concerned. Absolute tragedy, disgusting, terrorist attacks of any kind as far as I'm concerned are just cowardly and ridiculous. But yeah, I don't want to get into the politics of it because, like I said, I don't care. And I don't want this to become a political video. So guys, please, just try and control yourselves. Like, before you say one word about anything political, just think about it, okay? Go do it somewhere else, please, thank you. Anyway, so that's, as far as that's concerned, let's cut it off there, okay? And let's move on to something else, okay? Alright, I don't want to seem like I'm stalking or whatever, but it just occurred to me, you might find this interesting. Focus. See what that woman is wearing? It's kind of like an apron. All Chinese pregnant women wear that kind of apron thing. And that is because it is RFI shielding. It's actually radio frequency shielding. This is very interesting. And it's just something that happens in China. Right, now, I always thought it was quite bizarre that, every time I've seen a Chinese pregnant woman, like the majority of the time they're wearing one of these aprons. So I actually asked about it, and it turns out that it's got, shielding, radiation shielding built into it. And, well, I guess, why not? I mean, it's lots of people using cell phones and whatever else around you. I mean, it can't hurt, but that now explains it to me why they're all wearing the same sort of thing, and it always seems to be that same color and that same style. You could buy them pretty cheap on Taobao, which is the Chinese version of eBay and Amazon. So yeah, I thought that was quite interesting. You guys might want to know about that. Anyway, let's continue. That's very nice. They're busy preparing the car for a proper wax. Now it's actually, I suppose it's fairly expensive if you compare it to Western prices to get your car polished or waxed. It's costing me 180 RMB to do the wash, the wax and all that stuff together. I suppose it's not too bad, but I very seldom get that done, obviously, because just to get a car wash costs about 20 RMB, 20 to 30. So depending on where you go, it's much cheaper, obviously. Well, that more or less brings us to an end of this episode, guys. That's what's happening in China right now. Another quick one, as far as the smog and pollution down here in Shenzhen, it has cleared up a huge amount. It's actually pretty pleasant at the moment, blue skies and whatnot. Anyway, once again, guys, please don't make any political comments and stuff down there. Just leave that shit out. And I tell you what, okay, how about this? If none of you make a political stupid debate in my comment section, next time I make a video, I promise I will tell you a very embarrassing story about myself. Okay, but if you do go ahead and make political comments, sorry, deal's off. Anyway, cheers to all you guys out there. It's time for me to go, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget, stay awesome.